Hi, my name is Bob Brennaman, and I'm a realtor on Daniel Island, and today we're going to take you on a tour of Daniel Island. Hop in the car, y'all. All right, y'all, we are driving on to Daniel Island. Daniel Island, for those of you who don't know, was originally owned by the Guggenheims in New York. It was bought by the Daniel Island Company, I guess about 20 years ago. What we'll see today has been the product of about 17 years or so worth of development. The Guggenheims, like I said, owned it at one time, and it was their hunting preserve and a place for them to get away from the cold winters of New York. We're driving through downtown Daniel Island now, and you'll see, on either side of us, you'll see restaurants and shops. There's a lot of, restaurants downstairs, businesses upstairs, and they really tried to create sort of a city center. And it's really come a long ways in the years that they've done it. Very pedestrian friendly. One of their goals out here on Daniel Island is to get you to walk, ride your bicycle, do those types of things. Again, through here you've got Orlando's Brick Pizza Oven. It's a very good place to eat if you like very authentic food. All right, y'all, the first neighborhood I'm going to show you in Daniel Island is going to be Etowah Park. And Etowah Park is a mix of custom and mainly production-built houses, which means they were built in spec homes. Etowah Park sits next to Bishop England High School, and as you can see, the park itself is really it's an open space. They have Daniel Island Park Day once a year here, which is a big festival for families and residents. Then they also have blow-up movie projection night, which is basically a night when they blow up a movie projector and show a movie out here. So they use it for a lot of things. Kids will be out there playing soccer. Just a lot of anything that they need space for. This is an area that they use. And from here, we're going to go into a neighborhood that's called Codner's Ferry Park. Codner's Ferry Park is one of the original custom-built neighborhoods and the first neighborhood in Daniel Island. All right, y'all, we are in Codner's Ferry Park. Codner's Ferry Park was the first custom-built neighborhood in Daniel Island, and it was the first neighborhood as well. Over to our right is Beresford Creek, so you got Deepwater lots behind here, and then you've got houses across the water to our left. Neighborhood, again, we're shooting this video is being shot in February, so there's not a lot of green. Normally, 9 months out of the year, it's a lot prettier than we're probably capturing today, but just keep that in mind as you look at this. It is a little brown today. We're going to go up here to Bellinger Island. Bellinger Island is a private nature preserve that Daniel Island has, and it's just for Daniel Island residents. And it's also where the public boat launch is for Daniel Island residents. Over to our right, you will see one of the many biking and walking trails. All the neighborhoods in Daniel Island are interconnected by bike and walking trails, and they're all tied together, and then they feed into downtown Daniel Island. So you can ride your bicycle, ride a golf cart, walk, whatever it is you want to do, and never have to get in your car. And it's one of the big drawing cards for Daniel Island. All right, we're heading into Smythe Lake Park. Smythe Lake Park is where the Daniel Island Academy is, and the Berkeley County Library over to our right. Smythe Lake Park is named after the Guggenheim's Charleston attorney, Henry Smythe. Back over to our right as we're coming up, you're seeing the Daniel Island School through the trees. It's a graded middle school, open I guess about, probably 5 or 6 years ago. And they've had teachers from all over the United States fly in to kind of observe the teaching curriculum that they're doing here. So it's a very forward-thinking public school, and it gets there are a lot of people I know that have pulled their kids out of private schools in downtown Charleston to send them to the Daniel Island School. Again, it's just K through 8. Bishop England would be your option for high school, or Hanahan High School if you wanted to send your kids to public school. Again, we're coming up into Smythe Lake Park, and Smythe Lake Park is an 11-acre fishing and kayak lake, and it's going to eventually look like Colonial Lake in downtown Charleston. The goal is to kind of wrap houses around the perimeter, and you can see over to see houses to our right that have that old Charleston look, and they will be eventually, again, houses will circumference the lake. If you look directly in front of us, to give you some perspective on where we are, you can see the spans to the Ravenel Bridge, which leads to downtown Charleston. Again, Daniel Island is in the city of Charleston, which is a good thing. The city of Charleston has been managed by Joe Riley for 35 or 40 years. Joe Riley, in my humble opinion, is one of the reasons Charleston is as successful of a city as it is, because he's such a great leader. And everything out here in Daniel Island, and when I'm talking about Daniel Island, I mean just the tip of Daniel Island that the developer's doing, he has his hand in it. So very well thought out, and just phenomenal leadership. All right, we're heading out of Smythe Lake Park, and we're going to Pierce Park. Again, there are 7 subsections within Daniel Island. Daniel Island is a big island. This is just the part being developed by the Daniel Island Company. Over to our right is the Pierce Park Pool and Pavilion. They have an oyster roasting place to hang out on the river. Heading into Barfield Park, we just left Pierce Park, and we're going by over to our right one of the biking and walking trails that I was talking about. This kind of gives you a better shot of the ones that go over the marsh, and that actually feeds right into downtown Daniel Island, that one over there. But again, very walkable, very pedestrian friendly, a place that you don't have to have a car every day, which is a big drawing card. All right, we are near where the marina is going to be. There is a marina that's going to be built here on the banks of the Wando River. It's going to be about 700 slips, about half of them dry and half of them wet. It's going to be the biggest marina on the southeast. It's going to be a pavilion, restaurants, supposed a water taxi that will take you to downtown Charleston, but it's all going to happen here. And this is all part of the City of Charleston's project, so you can guarantee it's going to get done, and it's going to get done very well, simply because the City of Charleston is involved in it. Up here directly in front of us, you can see another one of the walking and biking trails that runs around the edge of the river. Again, gives you a lot of opportunity just to get out and enjoy nature. I encourage you guys to, if you're in Charleston visiting, is to come out here and drive Daniel Island at night, because all these oak trees are uplit, and it really Daniel Island takes on a totally different look and feel at night. It's like a different city, but it's just gorgeous. These oak trees that surround us right now, they light up very well with uplighting. All right, so we're back into downtown Daniel Island, and over to our right is the Family Circle Cup tennis facility. It's where they have the Family Circle Cup tennis tournament every year, which is a great time. It's in April. If you ever get a chance to come see it, it is a lot of fun. It runs for about 2 weeks, and it's some world-class tennis players, all the big names in female tennis come and play. They have concerts, they have volleyball tournaments. So it's a multi-purpose stadium, but again, it's built to house the tennis tournament that happens here every year, and it's also part of the Daniel Island Tennis Facility, which is over to our right as well. Right past the Daniel Island Tennis Facility is another park. Again, Daniel Island is big on parks. Most of Charleston is, to be honest with you. And this park over to our right is called Governor's Park, and it's going to be soccer fields and recreational space, and you can see from today that they are in the process of clearing the land and getting it ready. But City of Charleston, again, involved in it. It's going to be a home run. You can read, Google anything about the City of Charleston and development, and you will see probably pretty quickly that anything they have their hands in is done very well. now we're in Daniel Island Park. Daniel Island Park is the country club side of things on Daniel Island. There are two 18-hole private golf courses over here. One is a Tom Fazio and one is a Reese Jones. They have, as you'll see as we go through here, over to our right through the trees, you'll see there's a pool. There's two pools over there. There's a pool for people with kids, and then there's a pool for people with no kids. So they really set it up out here where you can, you know, cater to your family or cater to just being quiet. All right, we're heading into the Park Club, which is part of Daniel Island Park, and more of the pool area. You have a workout facility. You have a day spa. Over to our left, you can see tennis courts. There's multiple private clay courts. They have grass court. They have a private tennis facility, again, just for people in Daniel Island Park. If you buy property in Daniel Island Park, you automatically become a social member of the club, and that you can buy a townhome, you can buy a condo or a piece of land, and you become a social member. So this all is part of the package out here in Daniel Island, and honestly, in my opinion, is one of the best setups that we have in Charleston. Just very high end. I've had people compare what they do out here to the level that Ritz-Carlton delivers as far as amenities go. So it's done very well. All right, before we leave Daniel Island Park, it's important to see the deep water side of things, which is all of these houses over to our left are on deep water lots. A lot of these houses in the $5 to $6, $7 million range and more. All right, y'all, we're heading into the Daniel Island Club, and you can see over to our right as I make the turn. The Daniel Island Club, it overlooks Beresford Creek and the marshes, and it's just beautiful off the back. You've got a restaurant upstairs. You've got the men's locker room has a barber shop in it. You know, kind of crazy thing to have in there, but they have their own barber shop. You have 3 restaurants out here. You have a pub, and you have a formal dining area and a place to hold weddings and events like that. And back over to our left, you can see the ladies out here playing croquet today. All right, y'all, I hope you enjoyed today's tour of Daniel Island. Again, if you have questions about the island, whether it be real estate, whether it be restaurants, schools, or just a lifestyle out here on Daniel Island, please feel free to give me, Bob Brennaman, a call at 843-345-6074, or you can visit me on the web at danielislandproperty.com. Thanks, y'all.